There was lots of excitement in the yard. The fat controller had just announced that a well-known writer was coming to the railway to finish his book about famous steam engines and their journeys. Gordon and Sir Hannah were just being cleaned for his arrival. "I must look my best for my interview," boasted Gordon. "Obviously, engines with titles will make an impression," steamed Sir Handel. "I'm a title. I'm a sir." Percy brought Gordon's coaches. "What's an impression?" he asked. Gordon explained that making an impression meant that you were important. Everyone remembered you. It was a bright autumn morning when the writer sailed into the harbour from the mainland. Duncan was there to meet him with the Fat Controller. The Fat Controller agreed that the writer could ride in Duncan's cab. Duncan's nickname is Rock and Roll, and as usual, he bounced and rocked all the way along the line. When they arrived at the station, the writer didn't feel well at all and had to go and sit down in the Fat Controller's office. "I certainly made an impression," boasted Duncan to the other engines. "Well, he'll certainly remember you," sniggered Gordon. That afternoon, Gordon arrived at Snackford Station to take the writer along the main line, so he could take notes of the journey for his book. Gordon was so full of steam that he raced along the main line, missing 3 stations. "The journey was a complete blur," complained the writer. The engine went too fast for me to see anything." Gordon took this as a complaint and complained to the little engines. Soon, Sir Handel arrived to take the writer back to her station on the narrow gauge railway. The writer seemed relieved. "This looks like a sensible engine," he commented to the Fat Controller. Sir Handel proudly let off steam as he waited at the platform. This blew the writer's manuscript everywhere. His papers were in a muddle. "I don't think the writer will forget me," huffed Sir Handel in the shed that night. The next day, a storm blew up and strong winds caused damage on the island of Sodor. Trees fell on many of the lines and across some of the roads. The writer was worried. He had to get his manuscript to the printers on the other side of the island. Today was the deadline, but the road was blocked. He telephoned the Fat Controller and explained. "I know routes. It runs by the coast. We need Percy," replied the Fat Controller. Percy was in the shed when his driver came to tell him the news. Percy was frightened by the strong winds, but he wanted to help. He carefully puffed along the wind-swept line. Sea spray splashed all over the harbour walls, and Percy tried to keep steady while the wind whistled around his small wheels. At last, they arrived safely, and the writer delivered his manuscript. He was very pleased with Percy and asked if he could take his photograph. Percy was delighted. Many months later, the Fat Controller came to the station yard with a big box of books. He gave copies to the staff. The writer was rather rude about engines like Duncan, Sir Handel, and Gordon. But on the front page was a picture of Percy as a fine example of little 6-wheel saddle tank engine.